Very be a threat from set pieces, actually. It comes. He's boxed in a bit there, Courtois. Clear, yeah. Borges got it into the area there.
There's a chance.
And that was missed hit by Oscar Duarte, the centre back. Might have done a bit better, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good damage. Well, there was certainly two of them offside, but he wasn't actually, Duarte. I'd be disappointed he didn't make a better contact with that. Belgium probably slides it
to Meunier. Meunier gets it back. Worked this well. Hazard, wonderful footwork. Hazard, it's a great challenge.
Brilliant.
Gonzalez had to get that exactly right.
Fabulous football, Stuart. Great football. We saw that in the previous game against Egypt. But here, little 1-2, lovely touch. Great body strength from Hazard, and then weaves his way in, and that was a good tackle. Actually, that's should be a goal kick, that. Just comes back off Hazard. Brilliant football nonetheless. Done there.
From Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, it seems a strange thing to do that.
Free header for Boyata, and he might have done a little bit better there.
There you go, you see, that's the threat that they do pose. 5 or 6 players on that pitch, Belgium, that, you know, we all talk about the intricate football that we've already seen, but they can go route one as well. Great ball in, and we know.
And De Bruyne will take the corner. Remember, there was that free header from Boyata last time out. He came pretty close. And another header, this time from Vertonghen coming in, just to get the wrong connection, perhaps.
Yeah. Again, looking really dead. Those out-swinging corners with pace. Accurate as well. It was a tough one.
Yeah.
It was a tough one. He had to rotate quite a lot. He had a player in front of him.
Borges with his 111th cap. Celso Borges of Deportivo La Coruña. Such an important player in the half midfield. Here he is again, Celso Borges. Flips that one up. Tom going to wait at the edge of the area. The shot for Ruiz, brilliant strike. Brian Ruiz, the captain of Costa Rica, gives them the lead here. Belgium have absolutely dominated the first 24 minutes, but Ruiz with some real class makes it Belgium 0, Costa Rica 1.
Well, we've seen him do it before in World Cups, and all right, I bet he's probably wishing that this was fast forward in a week. But let's make no mistakes, a clever little ball this, and it had Vertonghen struggling back. It was the only thing he could do. And it's one of the most difficult skills in football, that ask anybody. When it's dropping out the sky, right down on top of you, and he kept his eye on it, kept his head over it, and delivered the perfect contact into the bottom corner, past Thibaut Courtois, his outstretched left hand, watches it all the way. That is a super strike from Brian Ruiz. Like I said, not the first time we've seen him do it against big teams, but he'll take that all day long.
Brian Ruiz, his 24th international goal.
Goal time, either a Euros comes along or a World Cup, you get a surprise package.
And Lukaku, he's onside this time. Lukaku waits for a bit of support. Lukaku, headed out as far as Eden Hazard. Hazard shot, this hit it, but Mertens scores, and Belgium are level. Dries Mertens couldn't miss from there. Hazard will say it was a perfect pass. Might well have been a miss hit. They won't worry. 1-1.
Yeah, it was a definite shot from Hazard. Otherwise, why not elect to pass to? I can't remember who it was outside of him. But Dries Mertens was alive at the back post. We see it now. Definitely onside. Romelu Lukaku. And his cross is initially cleared. When it comes back out to Eden Hazard, he goes one way, elects not to pass to Kevin De Bruyne. Definitely onside, Dries Mertens, as the Costa Rican backline stands to admire Eden Hazard.
Was that a piercing through ball or a shot? What balance, Eden Hazard. Options left and right. He finds Lukaku onto his left foot. Lukaku, terrific save. Hazard on the rebound. Hazard's. And again, Eden Hazard. to Meunier. Hazard. Goodness me, they're clinging on here. Costa Rica. Carrasco shot, and that can break the arms of Keylor Navas.
Brilliant break. Great break. He's pretty much behind everything good that Belgium are doing out there this evening. Touch here. Perfect. Didn't really trouble Navas in the Costa Rican goal. Certainly not a man of his calibre, and he wasn't getting into positions where Costa Rica don't know whether they're coming or going.
De Bruyne, free header, flags up again. Well, Vertonghen can't believe that, but you'd say the linesman has the best view, but it wasn't that opportunity, it was the actual free header which probably should have found the net straight away.
Yeah.
Boyata goes up. And Vertonghen scores from close range.
Yeah, he was offside, but Boyata, it shouldn't have even come to that. Boyata had a clear header, like you said, Stuart, and he should have scored there.
Meunier, De Bruyne, Hazard, De Bruyne, lovely, Lukaku! Offside.
Yeah. He just needs to be careful, Lukaku, because he's certainly getting the service, and he's that good from De Bruyne and from Hazard that he doesn't need to be offside. And in this instant, he certainly is, and he's looking right the way across the line. He can see that he's the wrong side of the last man, and if he just keeps himself
to Lukaku, and you get Belgium moving now in the closing stages of this first half. It's De Bruyne, nice ball, plays in Dries Mertens. Mertens, Lukaku! Wonderful finish! End to end from Belgium. Lethal Lukaku, and they've come from behind to lead 2-1.
Well, they're finishing the game, like we mentioned, they started it, Stuart. Just 3 or 4 passes. It all starts with Jan Vertonghen not just content with hitting the ball clear, but actually finding Romelu Lukaku with a wonderful pass from virtually inside his own box. And he lays it off to De Bruyne, who straight into the path of Dries Mertens. I love this one, the wrap around, just wrap the foot around the ball and whiz it in. And that is a brilliant finish on his weaker foot, it has to be said, from Lukaku, but he just held his movement and kept it down, and it actually came off his shin, but he won't care. That is a really, really good finish from Romelu Lukaku, and a really good goal, from one goal to the other in the space of a few seconds.
On the bench, Switzerland in a World Cup playoff against Northern Ireland for handball, or supposed handball.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, Chadley, nice ball across, Lukaku coming in. What a header! A towering header from the Manchester United striker. He's got 2, Belgium have got 3, they lead 3-1.
Yeah, and again, he's in the right place at the right time, Lukaku, but the ball makes it. And we saw the ball in the first half that Dries Mertens put in, and he just guided his volley into the roof of the net. Well, here again, the spin on the ball is just perfect for somebody like Romelu Lukaku, because he's unstoppable in these situations. He's not going to get the ball in, it's just there, and he just, like you said, Stuart, he just powers his header, and once he's on the move and he's running for something, then nothing's going to get in his way, and that is a bullet of a header right in the corner of the net. Unstoppable, great goal.
Hazard. Carrasco. De Bruyne, shooting chance, De Bruyne! Expected the net to bulge there.
You did. Lovely pull back from Carrasco, and he just got it caught a little bit under his feet. Kevin De Bruyne, he just had to dig it out. He's still got a really good strike on it, but I think that
on it. You can see that Hazard just shoves Carrasco off the ball there. Witsel shots. Got a bit excited there, but that was funny, wasn't it? It was like Costa Rica.
Doesn't help.
Hazard. Wonderful. Hazard taking the direct route.
Brilliant.
Lukaku for the hat-trick, pulls it across the back. Schwei scores. So unselfish from Romelu Lukaku. You thought he'd pull the trigger for the hat-trick. Instead, he plays in his strike partner, Michy Batshuayi, and this is done and dusted. Belgium have 4.
Absolutely superb to watch. Hazard, lovely little nutmeg to set the move going, and you always knew where it was going. What you didn't bank on was on a hat-trick. Romelu Lukaku opts to pass it, and it was a really, really good piece of vision to spot Batshuayi at the back post. Nobody could have faulted him for having a go himself, but just look at that, it's brilliant. Again, body swerve, change of direction, and that is a really, really clever pass from Romelu Lukaku. Let me tell you, he meant that all the way. And like I said, nobody could have faulted him for trying to get his hat-trick, but that is another...
A brother who's so much better than you.
It's great for them both to be in the same national side, though, I'm sure.
Hazard, deep one. The header was goal-bound, at the very least.
I mean, playing like this, you can put them fairly high. They'll take some stopping. Oh, shoot!
Play on. Shot is just whistled over the top. Witsel. It's not his game really. From that range,
they will take some stopping, because not only have they got a decent starting 11, but they've got 4 or 5 players on the bench as well that are...
Carrasco, and it finds its way in the end to Tielemans. Lovely ball that, and now Hazard, clear chance. Oh, now your brother would have just clipped that in, but Hazard Jr. blasted over the top.
What a shame. It's lovely footwork, real lovely footwork. Ball out into Carrasco. Bit fortunate with that one, but Tielemans, lovely little bit of skill. And he fakes to shoot, and he has to do better. Nice little bit of footwork. And again, up to it, your confidence is going to be low.
Carrasco, now Tielemans. Well, he went for the spectacular. He tried to sort of curl it into the corner. Yeah, very well. Michy Batshuayi. Carrasco waits in the centre. Schwei has a look up. Tielemans did well there. Keylor Navas couldn't prevent the corner.
Probably might have been easy for Tielemans just to sort of step past the ball and see if he could back heel it into the path, because he was always running out of grass. Just there, just heel it. I'm not saying it would have got there, but it's a very, very difficult angle to try and squeeze it past